Uh, Doug, has anybody in particular, I guess, stood out during practices that you've seen so far?
Um, I mean, the usual guys. I mean, everyone's surprisingly we haven't been too rusty. I think everyone's stayed in really good shape. But I've been really impressed with T.J. Warren. He's really expanded his range. He's knocking down a lot of threes, and then Victor, in particular, looks phenomenal, and he seems confident and really excited to see him back on the floor, regardless of what happens. And I think Miles's post-up game's gotten a lot better over the break too.
Mark Monteith.
Doug, how much golf have you played? How's your game? And have you played with some teammates, and how have they been?
I played one round right when we got in. It didn't play too well, but I played with Vic and TJ McConnell, so it was kind of like babysitting them. They haven't really golfed a whole lot in their lives, so kind of had to teach them how to swing. So it took us about 3.5 hours to play 9 holes. I'll just leave it at that.
Mike Merritt.
What has been either the biggest surprise or the biggest challenge that you've seen since you got in the bubble?
Honestly, biggest challenge was just those first couple of days not being able to leave. I felt like we were all in a good rhythm playing, back in Indy, working out, lifting, and then having those 2 days of doing nothing and then diving right into training camp. But for the most part, I think everyone's handled it pretty well. And the NBA has done an incredible job of, putting us in a good spot here. The food's gotten a lot better. They take really good care of us, and there's no surprise there because the NBA does things over the top. So it's been first class all the way.
Scott Agnes.
First of all, that 3.5 hours sounds awful. But second of all, in terms of practices, how did they feel different just in terms of different times, different courts? You really can't get in any kind of routine. And what has that setup been like?
Yeah, it's been a challenge for sure because the first few days we were practicing right away in the morning, and now I think we're pretty much in the night from now on, which I actually prefer. I think kind of simulates a game more, and we're going to have some scrimmages coming up, so that'll be good to kind of get us in the rhythm. But it's definitely been tough to get in the same routine every day, but it's fine, man. We're all just happy to be here playing basketball again, and it's just good to be around each other, and it's been really fun so far.
Charlie Clifford.
All good here. Thank you.
A spare key or something, but
He's good.
did somebody back home get the online registration thing for you?
Peter, Greg, do you have anything?
Doug, this is already a close-knit group, but do you feel like being together in this situation is drawing you guys even closer?
I think so, man. I think it really has. We've really we're a tight-knit group the way it is, and we haven't been with each other for a whole lot of time, but it kind of feels like the start of that India trip that we had early in the year. We're doing a lot of team bonding stuff. We watched a movie the other night as a group. We watched 13 on Netflix, which was really educational for myself. I hadn't seen the documentary yet, and I thought it brought us closer as a group. We got to talk through some things and really learn a lot about each other. So I think that's been great. We're trying to do a movie night every night or once a week. Try not to do every night, but just to learn about each other, learning about each other's cultures, and I think we got Goga's Country coming up next.
That'll be fun.
Mark, back to you.
Doug, any scores you can report from that 9-hole round of golf with your teammates? And also, has it been kind of fun to this point? Is it like summer camp with all these activities, being around your friends? Or do you feel kind of isolated and restricted? And is there a frustrating element of it?
We've actually spent a ton of time together. I'll be honest, I shot a 40, I think. And I think I could have shot more of a 37, 38, but I had these guys holding me back, and it was cart path only, so that made it even more of a disaster. I think McConnell I don't even know if he broke 60 on 9 holes, and Vic probably lost 60 balls, so we'll just leave it at that. And here's my partner right here.
But overall, has the experience been enjoyable down there? I mean,
it has. It really has. I've had a blast. Like you said, it feels like summer camp, when you're young, going to the dorms, staying at like a college campus, and just nothing but hoops and food and watching movies. It's crazy, I'm having a blast. It's going by a lot faster than I thought it would, and the NBA is taking really good care of us. So it's been a lot of fun.
Are you guys more conscious of physical interaction than you were before because of the emphasis on social distancing? Do you not slap hands, bro hug, shake hands, that kind of thing as often as you once did?
We still do it. Obviously, we're trying to follow the guidelines, but we're getting tested every day, so we know everyone's safe for the most part. And we're playing 5-on-5 with each other. So if you're not going to get it there, so I think we're doing a good job off the floor. Trying not to go to each other's rooms, trying to keep our distance. And when we go to dinner, it's only 2 at a table. You're not allowed to sit 3. So it's taken some time to get adjusted to that stuff, but for the most part, it's been pretty smooth.
Kristen Larry.
Hey, Doug, I got on late, so I heard about your 40. Would you say the driver is better now or the three-point shot?
3-point shot for sure. 3-point shot for sure. The driver I was kind of spraying it all over the place. I was kind of scramble mode out there. I was saving a lot of par. So the 3-point shot feels great. I'm hoping Disney World's good to me down here, and definitely it's been a fun week of practices, getting the rhythm back, and we're just excited to play a different team. It's been a while. We're kind of sick of guarding each other. We want to see a new team, so that'll be fun next Wednesday playing a new team.
Ryan, do you have anything to wrap up?
Yeah, to that end, talking about scrimmages next week, have you thought about what it might be like playing without fans or really having to depend on each other for energy during games?
I haven't thought about it too much. Watching that TBT during quarantine, I think that kind of prepped me. It looked weird out there, but for the most part, it didn't look like it affected the players too much. So I think once we're out there, you're gonna hear everything we say for sure. But it'll be fun. I'm just excited to play ball. Whether obviously there's no fans, but we know everyone in Indiana is gonna be watching, so that'll be our crowd.
All good, everybody?
I think we're set. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks,
guys.
Appreciate
Take care.
it.
Yep.